Many colleges and universities closed for the remainder of the semester because of the coronavirus. Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia is welcoming students back who would like to return to campus while classes are still conducted online. Liberty University President Jerry Falwell Jr. joins us now for more on his school's response to the pandemic. Jerry, thanks so much for being here.
Good to be here.
Now, this week in a statement, you said that you wanted to, quote, get them back as soon as we can, referring to students who want to come back to live on campus. And you said that that could be anywhere from a few hundred to 5,000 students living in dorms. So why are you ignoring the public health guidelines by welcoming students, faculty and staff back to campus in the middle of a pandemic?
Well, we have about 15,500 resident students, about 100,000 online students around the world, around the country. And we had about 1,000 to 2,000 come back to live in the dorms, but we converted all of our academics to online delivery. We have experience. We started perfecting that program in 1985, so we're uniquely positioned to serve the community in that way that where most universities are not. They're sort of stumbling around trying to create some sort of online program from scratch. But we have something called Microsoft Teams, T-E-A-M-S, software. Students can actually be sitting looking at their computer and talk to all the other students in the classroom. Teachers are teaching from home. And the dorms, the few that did come back, just a fraction of how many we usually have here. It's more like an apartment complex now with all the restaurants on campus doing takeout only. So we emphasize safety first. We are cleaning surfaces every hour that are touched often. We are increased police protection on campus. We've taken other measures that make it 100% safe for our students, but we have about 750 international students who have no alternative. They couldn't go back to their countries, and we have a lot of students who really had nowhere else to go but their dorm rooms, and so we didn't want to tell them no and send the problem off on somebody else, or push the problem off on somebody else. So we said, yes, you can come back, but here's the rules: social distancing. Every other chair has a sign that says, don't sit next to the person that might be next to you. Leave a space between. We have every third computer working in the computer labs. The rest don't work, so they can't be close to each other. And so we've taken all the precautionary measures, and all the students love it. The online program, because of our decades of experience, is performing beautifully, and my staff is just to be congratulated. They spent at least 3,200 man-hours in the last week converting over. And we think this is the wave of the future. We think in the fall, if coronavirus is still an issue, a lot of universities are going to have to follow our lead. Ivy Leagues have refused, many of them, to embrace online. And we think that the future is online, and we think there are going to be pandemics like this in the future.
Let me just interrupt just 1 second, sir. I'm trying to make a distinction in your messaging here. Are you saying you are welcome to come back if need be, if necessity warrants that? Or are you saying, hey, we're back open for business, welcome back?
Only about 1,000 to 2,000 of the 15,500 came back, and some of those are going back home to study online, so we don't know where the number will shake out, but it was just an accommodation for our students, and we really believe.
So you're saying if you need to, if you have nowhere else to go, then come back. Is that right? Because I think that's a little bit different from, hey, we're open for business, welcome back to class, teachers are here, business as usual.
No, it's not business as usual. We have teachers working from home, doing the lectures from home on this special software, and we have only essential staff on campus that are cleaning staff, food preparers, security, and we're trying to put as many people in the back offices at home to work as well. So it's it's a different world, but these things can happen in the future, and I really think that online education is the way to keep education safe when something like this happens.
So I'm just trying to understand, because on the website it says the faculty and staff should report to work as normal, although classes are being conducted online. So one professor wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post yesterday saying that it's time for the Liberty University board to stop you and shut the campus down before it's too late. What's your response to that?
That professor had no facts. She had no idea all the changes we had made, and she wrote that piece before we released the new policies and all the new procedures. And so I'm sure she's a little embarrassed now, but we are letting all the faculty are teaching online from their homes. It's their choice. If they say they feel like they're at risk, they don't have to come into the office and counsel with students. And so we're taking their word for it. And so it was just an erroneous editorial. But we're operating like every other college in the state of Virginia, abiding by all the governor's orders to the letter of the law. And every college in Virginia has some students on campus, international students and others who had no choice. We're not doing anything different than any of those colleges. And we are, like I said, we're like an apartment complex and an online university. The university is not the apartment complex anymore. It's separate.
And
So
we're just running out of time, so I hate to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but just want to get last question into you. Last week on Todd Starnes' radio show, you said that the media is fanning up the coronavirus to destroy the American economy and hurt President Trump. Do you still feel that the virus is hurting the economy more than it is people?
You know, I think it's a very serious situation, and I think we all have to I think the president's doing a wonderful job of managing it like a CEO, like you would expect a CEO to do. And I think it's something we all have to take seriously, but it's not being hyped like the swine flu, H1N1 was when President Obama was president, and many more died. It's some interesting parallels there, but that's what I was referring to.
Okay, Jerry Falwell Jr., thank you so much for your time and coming on. We appreciate it.